We're just all at the stage of tiredness where really unfunny shit becomes really funny.
Yeah.
So,
Don't tell him this. Don't tell him this.
I'm telling him. You can shut up. We would drive home from a gig, just me and Rich. What was the channel? Smooth FM.
Smooth radio.
Singing all the old school ballads.
Mate.
First rule of smooth radio sing-alongs is don't talk about smooth radio sing-alongs.
Man, I gotta have some smooth on.
I gotta get my smooth on.
You go get your smooth, mate.
Black, I'd like you to come on our podcast.
I'll stand outside his house in a long trench coat with a ghetto blaster above my head.
I was about to say, in the old romance movies, would have got someone giving me lip at the co-op, so I laid him out and they gave me a commemorative item.
The way his legs spread out when he jumps up on the bed. I warm up my voice, he warms up his knob.
We've had this all. We've had this
that
all
was a
day.
lot
It's just
smoother in my head. Hello, and welcome to day 4 of Uncensored Week. I'm still Riley. This is still my lovely co-host Tom. And once again, for the 4th time in 1 week, we have guests.
Yes, we do. We have Mark and Richard from King Kraken. King Kraken.
Cream crackers.
Cream crackers. How are you all? How are you both?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for having us.
You can tell we're tired after this long a recording.
Tom, I'll have you know I'm actually not tired due to my healthy supplement of Wraith Energy to keep me going throughout the day. And you could use the code Uncensored to get 10% off your next order of Wraith Energy.
Yeah.
Loving the plugs. So, how have you all been doing?
Doing very well, thank you very much. It's been quite an eventful weekend. Been excellent.
Sounds like it. I mean, Cool of the Wild must have been pretty damn good.
It was
excellent. It was excellent, to be honest, considering it was our first appearance there. It was blinding.
It's good.
Cool. It was really cool. So yeah, happy days.
So I think we're going to get straight into the questions.
Great.
Go for it.
I mean, unless you have any little anecdotes you'd like to share at the beginning here, but we usually take 5 minutes as a little story time, but I'm completely out of them. So unless you have any.
I made up the reason why the band was called King Kraken as opposed to the real reason why the band was called King Kraken, but my version is much cooler.
Well, you can tell the made-up one now and the real one in a future question.
There you go. Then the made-up one is that the Kraken is probably the most feared mythical beast ever to not exist. And if you take the king of a species, like the king cobra, it's the cannibal of that species. King Cobra eats other cobras. So the badassest, if that's such a word, Kraken would have been a King Kraken. So hence that's the name.
That's completely made up. To be fair, that's clever.
Yeah.
So let's get on with the question.
Stick around to find out what the real meaning is later on in the podcast.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, exactly. Let's get on with the questions. So, how did King Kraken come to where they are today? How did they start off? Like, how did they go from the ground all the way up?
So, started in 2018. Pretty much from our first day of gigging, our first day we ever gigging, we had done 2 gigs in one night, and we've just been pushing ever since. It's been a bit of a wild ride, man. To be honest, taking into account COVID and all the rest of it. We've probably been playing for 3 years, probably straight now. 2019, 2021, 2022, halfway through 2023. So yeah, just over 3 years. But obviously all the way through COVID, we were right then our new album and all the rest of it that came out in January. And it's just been a wild ride. Like we started releasing stuff in October, singles, like building up the album and things, and by January it was flying, man. And honestly, at some point it was too much to cope with, and you're like, oh my god, it was this is mad. But yeah, it was super cool. It was really it's been a wild ride. It's been great. and it still is.
Sounds like you gained a lot of followers really quick.
Yeah, we did, man. Yeah, and I suppose, like, we like I said, like we did the groundwork sort of in like 2018 and 2019. We played Birmingham O2 in 2020, and then straight into recording with Ramesh Goda for our first EP, and then that was due to release, and then all of a sudden we were like, oh my God, man, we can't play anywhere. And then obviously for 18 months, then there was nothing. In sort of obviously the run up in COVID and all the rest of it, and we had plenty of time to write, so we wrote an album, and we smashed that out the park.
Got that to write and then just got on with it during COVID.
Yeah. And we done many different ways of doing it. You know what I mean? Like there was obviously like trying to write online and sending riffs back and forth and this that and the other. That didn't like quite work out. That was more difficult than anything else really. So yes, we had loads of stuff to take upon, and when we could actually practice, we'd smash it all out in practice and things like that. But yeah, it really has been a wild ride to get a year now. Like it's we were just saying yesterday, like we were doing interviews yesterday, Call of the Wild, and the questions were obviously the same. How did you get to where you are? And when you think about it, it's been like 3 years of just madness, really.
Trust me, the questions do get way more wild than probably Call of the Wild.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Fair play, like it's been great. Knackered today though. Dying today.
Mate, I wouldn't blame you. We just power through it though.
Yeah, man. We drove 4 hours up there yesterday. 4 hours of interviews. Played for 45 minutes. Stuck around for a bit. Sold loads of merch. 4 hours driving back. Got back like 2 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, left at like 6 in the morning. So yeah,
mental.
It was a long day, but it was good. It was worth it, man. It was cool. So,
it sounds good. I need to get to Call of the Wild. I was debating on going last year, and I was debating on going this year. But where is it? Because I feel like
Lincoln.
It's quite a while away from me.
Yeah,
Lincoln Showground is.
Yeah.
I tell you what's really special about it is you need to go because they've got proper toilets and they're inside the proper toilet block. There's no portaloos, no crap like that. Proper toilets.
Oh man,
that is a sell if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah.
I think that might be next year's festival rather than download it next year.
It's really well organised and everything spaced out is excellent.
It sounds great. I think, to be fair, I might give it a try next year.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it was awesome, probably.
Riley?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Apologies, I didn't have time to eat my dinner. But so do you remember that great hook I threw at the beginning of the video? Well, this is where we reel that back in. Because what was the origin of the name King Kraken?
Okay, well, we were rehearsing one day and Pete actually played through a Victory amp, which is also called the Victory Kraken amp. It's actually named the Victory Kraken. And Pete said, let's call the band Crackin. And then Richard just turned around and said, no, throw King in front of it. It sounds way cooler. How much of a letdown is that?
That's literally how it came about.
That's literally how the name came about. So if you want to believe my version, it's much better.
I'm going to believe your version. It sounds so much better.
You know what? That is basically how we came up with the podcast name. It was basically just, is uncensored a word? And Tom was like, why are you thinking of that as a name? I was like, yeah, but let's get rid of all the vowels. Yeah. Just uncensored.
The amount of people that have butchered it.
I tell you what, as soon as it came up, I actually read it as uncensored and I'd never seen it before.
Oh, thank God.
You might be the first ever to.
There's 2 people I think have butchered it.
Right.
And both times me and Riley find it fucking funny. Because Tag from the Treatment butchered it. Yeah. And called it Uncharted. And then Baz from Massive Wagons. Baz from Massive Wagons said it in the most fucking farmer accent ever, and it was fucking brilliant. It was like uncensored, like uncensored, like that. It was fucking like. I sent it to Riley the day he sent it over to me, and I fucking cried just because of the fact that he said it like that. It's just brilliant.
He's so funny, man. He's
Oh mate, he was our second guest. He was our second guest on the podcast.
Was he?
Yeah. My fucking day that day was fucking shit because my internet was constantly dropping, coming back. So I'd be in and out like 3 or 4 times while Riley's sitting there actually interviewing him.
Yeah. Thing is, my camera also broke that day. So I was just a still image for the whole time. So it was a real chaotic episode. And Baz gave me advice, maybe get a new webcam after this episode. And Baz, if you're watching this, which I know you are because you love us, this is still the same webcam. So have that.
Funny thing is, I got the no, not the exact same picture. It was a little bit edited, but we got that picture, but a little bit edited onto a flag for him.
Oh my god!
So awesome. I'd given it to Stevie, their guitarist, and said, "Give it to Baz, please. I beg you." And I went, "It's just say it's from Tom from the podcast he did a couple of months ago." And then I think I got a message from him and said, "Why do I need this?"
That's fucking.
The thing is, though, he's got it up in the HQ. Apparently,
that's
what he's claimed. He has claimed that it's up in the HQ.
Yeah. So whenever they're trying to write songs, it'll be me surrounded by a burning village at all times.
Yeah, stop.
Real fucking rock and roll. So
the even better thing is Riley had butchered their name. In that picture, which was funny.
What did he call it?
V. They're massive wagons. I spelt it out. Massy wagons. It was
Massy Wagons.
It's a simple mistake to make. Let's be honest here.
We went along with it as well.
Yeah. It's very simple, but it's if you're going to make a mistake, make one like that.
Exactly. Why would I just leave out like an S? No, it's Massy Wagons now. Go big or go home.
Uncharted.
Right, Tom. I'll allow you to ask the following question while I scoop up the last few bites of my dinner.
Right, mate. So, what would you say is your go-to music at this current time?
That's a difficult question for me because I used to be like an all-out thrash guy. Thrash metal, man. Just my number one goes to. I got a Pantera tattoo. You can see if you can see it. But yeah, that Pantera, my favorite band. Slayer, Sepultura. There's so many thrash bands that I love, but I don't really listen to much like thrash and metal music anymore. Only because I see metal bands coming out now, and I think they're fucking shit, to be honest with you, compared to what it used to be. So yeah, I listen to far more rock now, which, it makes sense because we're not like the heavier side of rock, definitely. You know what I mean? Like, so, I tend to listen to a lot more rock nowadays, which is cool. It's definitely not. It's definitely not shit. So
you got a variety of bands out there to listen to, so you can always take.
Yeah, I really like my Black Label Society, and I like Black Sabbath. I like sort of all the old school stuff as well, but also anything by Lin-Manuel. So I go all right across the board. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's all good.
I got this thing where like on a Sunday morning, I tend to just listen to jazz music, like just chill out, and just
Me and Richard have got this thing that we can't do anymore now. We can't do it anymore now because we bought a van and all 6 of us are traveling together. But
Don't tell him this. Don't tell him this.
I'm telling him. You're gonna shut up. We would drive home from a gig, just me and Rich. What was the channel? Was it Smooth FM?
Smooth Radio.
Singing all the old school ballads.
Love songs
and things like Drive by the Cars would come on, and we'd just glance at each other and just nod, and we'd be singing it.
That is brilliant.
Remember that Daniel Bedingfield came on?
Daniel Bedingfield. Whitney Houston it all comes out. It all comes out.
Oh man!
But it also stays in that car. It comes out in the car, stays in the car.
Until now,
That's brilliant.
Not even
This is
other
where
band
all the
members
secrets
know
get
this.
revealed on Uncensored.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know about this before the other band members did.
True one is, yeah. That's true one is. It was like unwritten law that was. You don't talk about it, man. You don't talk about smooth radio, man. You don't talk about smooth radio.
First rule of smooth radio sing-alongs is don't talk about smooth radio sing-alongs.
Oh, you have to...
Oh,
Awesome.
I've got to say, you're not the only one. Well, in the mornings when I go to work, I'll get in my mate's car with him. When I get to the train station, we'll just have magic on.
Do.
Oh, we'll start a group.
No, it's just
We'll start a group, 3 of us.
I know. Epic.
mate, it's just that's only in the mornings and in the evenings when he drops me off back to the train station.
Yeah.
But it's not just nice to relax before you go to work and just listen to like smooth or magic. When we'll have on during the day is just absolute, which is just rock.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I just got this thing. I can't listen to like raging metal like after we've played like or anything like that. I just can't listen to thrash bands after we play because it just like fucking boggles my brain. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta have some smooth on. Like
I gotta get my smooth on.
You gotta get your smooth mix.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Well, Tom, you can take my next question because I'm going to ask what was going to be a follow-up, but we've had jazz between it, so now it's just a question really. But are there any band names that didn't quite make the cut?
Yes. Wolf Skull.
Wolf Skull is one. What's your
Don't tell me one of you actually owns a wolf skull.
No. But funnily
Is that why?
And this is 100% true. Dark Valley Massacre, or Black Valley Massacre, and as it turns out, a couple of years later, a band is formed called Dark Valley Massacre, locally.
It is a cool name.
And thankfully, he's not here because he would just rip into us, our lead guitarist, when I mentioned Fallen Pariah didn't make it.
No.
Thank
God for that.
yeah. It's a bit pretentious, that name, isn't it?
Was it good as King Kraken, is it?
No. Yeah, quite a few band names were dropped.
Yeah, there was I can't remember. We were like trying to like think of like sea monsters and like Leviathan. Like Leviathan was another one, I think, wasn't it?
Leviathan.
But there was another band called Leviathan out there, wasn't there? So we were like, fuck, because that would have been.
Yeah, there's also a song called Leviathan as well.
Yeah,
which is Volbeat.
Yeah.
No, I love Volbeat. As soon as you said Leviathan, instantly made me think of Volbeat.
I'm actually listening to them right now. I can't get enough of Volbeat.
Volbeat, brilliant.
I adore them.
Saw them at Download last year. Got in a pit. Absolute fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Tom, what happened to us seeing him live? Did that just fall through?
Yeah, I didn't bother getting the tickets. I ended up buying tickets to Massive Wagons instead.
Oh yeah, I remember that now because I was really excited, and you were like, "Oh, you can't go to this gig, but I am," and also we're not going to Volbeat anymore. I was like, cheers, mate."
Fuck you, Tom.
Is that the official King Kraken plush?
This was actually, we had one each, and they were knitted by the bass player's mother. We all had one.
Oh wow,
that's brilliant.
Are they all different colours, or were they?
There was 3 green ones and 2 red ones, or something like that, wasn't there?
But I've actually got a king's hat on mine as well.
Yeah, a king's hat, a crown to the normal people.
King's hat. Just a king's hat.
I told her I was tired, didn't I?
Oh
man, looking great.
This is gonna be a long night, especially with all of us laughing at the fact that he's called it a king's hat.
I feel like we're just all at the stage of tiredness where really unfunny shit becomes really funny.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a long one.
you know when you have that like vague moment and I'm like, I'm trying to think what it's called.
Wow. King's Hat.
So King's Hat was the first logical solution.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
I'm not going to make him right though. Let's get out of the way. Oh God, go on, Tom.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
What bands would you say inspired King Kraken?
Clutch.
Yeah, definitely.
If there are, I was gonna say, if there are bands that inspired King Kraken, what ones would they be?
Clutch. There's Blackstone Cherry, Black Sabbath. I suppose it's not so much what bands inspired King Kraken, but when we bring all our own influences into the band, and like Adam lives in the 60s. He likes the old classic rock stuff. I like heavy rock and sort of metal, and like Rich likes the extreme stuff, and Carl likes the extreme stuff. But when it all comes together, we created this sound, this King Kraken sound, and people started hearing it. You know, that guy over there will say, "God, you sound like Clutch," and that guy over there will say, "Oh, there's a bit of Black Sabbath in there." You know, so I don't suppose bands influence. We get influenced as a band. We get influenced as individuals. You know.
Yeah, I understand that completely. So it's like one band is influenced a certain part of sound, almost.
Yeah.
I suppose like you know, you all take a collective sort of influence. You're all personal collective influence to do, and you're like, okay, like we didn't really have a sound that we thought. You know, we went into practice and we're like, right, what do we do from the beginning? Okay, we're going to sound like this.
Yeah, we're not going to be this type of band or that type of band.
Yeah, we didn't really have that, did we?
No.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's definitely like an older school sort of sound that we've got, like, you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say what your influences are because there's so many, and they go across so many different types of genres as well. You know what I mean? Because like we're like mainly like hard rock, like / metal sort of thing, and like from at any point in our, well, you know, if you listen to the album at any point in that, you can hear, you know, hard rock and then straight into metal, straight into, you know, something slow, and you know what I mean, like it's like Potter's Ledge, quite doomy, in it, you know.
Yeah. And I guess that's a classic example because I mean, you read the lyrics and you won't find, you know, my lyrics are influenced by the likes of Stephen King and James Herbert and all the great horror authors and films I see on TV. I won't write lyrics about, you know, the internal struggle and my dog's died and my wife's left me, and I don't write love songs. I don't write that type of stuff. I like tell stories and, you know, beginning, middle, and end type stuff. You know.
Yeah. Like, I like the songs that like just tell a story. Like there's like, a direct story being told throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
Like,
as opposed to how broken-hearted I am.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd rather it tell a story rather than the depressing thoughts of someone while they're writing a song.
Yeah. That's exactly. You'll find that on every song on our album. Every song is a story. Proctor's Ledge is about a particularly nasty witchfinder general.
That's cool.
Nasty bitch.
It's actually one of the very few sort of to be cliched burn the witch type stories where I'm actually writing about an innocent woman as opposed to an actual witch. And it's focused on the guy who's the witch finder because he's a bit of a dick.
Fair enough then.
That's fair play.
Yeah, but so you said like you've all kind of got different inspirations. So like all of the band members, like all their styles, they all kind of come to like an apex point where there's a bit of everyone in there. So you'd assume that it kind of culminates to like the ideal sound for each member of the band. But do you really listen to your own music in your own time?
I listened to, when we first did the album, I couldn't stop listening to it. And then I got tired of it because I preferred to perform it than listen to it. But every now and again, I'll be in the car and it'll come on, and I'll just let it play, and it'll play to the end. So, but I've been in bands since I was 19, and this is, I can honestly, with a hand on heart, say this is the first time I've really enjoyed listening to my own stuff for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good when that happens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I found it a bit difficult to sort of how do you say, not difficult, yeah, kind of difficult to listen to a certain extent, because you don't listen to music the same way as you do other people's music. You're always like, okay, that part could have been better. I could have done something else here. You know what I mean? You're always so much more critical of it. So I don't listen to my own music in the same vein as I listen to other people's music on. The only time I ever done that is if I'm doing something else and it comes on by accident and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Oh, sorry, this is fuck is that? Yeah, and
it comes on and you just don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost like that.
I've got so many like good memories of like funny shit happening on stage when like playing a certain song, or you know what I mean, like, or whatever. And I just think of moments like I don't think about it like as in like a listening, as in like, oh yeah, this is cool, like I like this, I want to find out more about this band, like, sort of thing, because I know, fucking sadly, I know everything about it.
there's a lot of I was there when this happened moments.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Like
and we know all the building process of it, and we those songs that are on our album have been like literally ripped to fucking shreds. You know what I mean? Like we've pulled riffs out of one song to put into another song. You know what I mean? Like, and okay, this works with this works with this doesn't work, cut that. Do you know what I mean? Like we've really, really like focused hard, like, you know, and I suppose in a way we've got COVID to thank for that, really, haven't we? Because it's definitely difficult to tour and to write at the same time.
It's kind of giving you that time to do all the writing and get it out of the way.
Well, saying that, I was still writing lyrics for a particular song as we were recording the song in the studio, because I wasn't happy with a particular part. And anyway, every time I listen to Green Terror, an image comes into my head about me asking the guitarist what rhymes with Teutonic, and the word Teutonic doesn't even appear in the song. I replaced it with Earthquake, which does appear in the song.
That's the thing, isn't it? You like how many songs was that the main riff in that in? Really?
Yeah, the main riff of Green Terror, that was in about 5 songs, and we were never happy with it, and we took it out of that and put it into Green Terror, and it just pink.
Like, it just worked perfect.
Moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it just worked, didn't it? Like.
Yeah, I'd quite like to just backtrack to something that I believe was Mark said earlier. It's the first time that he's really started to enjoy listening to his own music. Because that's something that, as of late, in the past month or two, I've obviously I don't make music, but I make podcasts, and like in the past like month or two, there've been a lot more episodes that we've recorded. Like I've really came away like I might listen to this back, because with a podcast, it's not like a 3, 4, 5 minute song where you can go whack that on. Like it's a long form content. So like I don't really have the time to listen to my own voice waffle and make some mildly funny one-liners for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So but lately I've came away from episodes like, God, I'm getting better at it. I'm starting to become like the podcaster that I've always like listened to.
Exactly. You listen to this one compared to the first podcast you ever did in your life.
Oh, leagues ahead. Yeah,
100%. We are leagues ahead of episode 1 at this current time.
Exactly. But don't get me wrong. We're still not exactly like the messiahs. We're not like Joe Rogan and not Joe Rogan's mate. But like,
Joe Rogan.
Occasionally there's maybe a silence, or on the other end might be a talk over. But I feel like our presence in front of a camera and just like the way we like deliver our our words now, are a lot more clean and cohesive than what they once were.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Once it's your own, it starts. You look at it more critically, and you look for things and like, right, I can do that better, I can do this better. Don't fucking say anything like that ever again, because I look like a knob then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, literally, that is also the thing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
when it becomes your baby, like, you know what I mean, like, and you care about it, and you're like, right, this is doing really well. This is what I want to do with this and the other. You just look at things differently, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
100%.
And
when we first started this, we'd instantly thought that it would die. It would die out. We thought it was just a phase of just wanting to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And we ideally thought. Well, we didn't ideally think. We thought it would die out by at least November.
Was it?
Wow.
Yeah, it was the kind
Okay.
of we were both like, hey, this will be fun for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cut to today, we're still going strong.
exactly. And
Exactly,
the only thing that I would say, like when you were mentioning, like, oh shit, like, wish I hadn't have said that. Like, you there's no really revisions on a podcast.
No.
It's just you've said shit. I mean, the best you can do is bleep it. But
Yeah.
and the thing
That's
is,
what we found out.
Yeah, like, I don't even edit these videos anymore. Like, we've got someone to do that. So, like, it's even less like while I'm sitting there watching it back, like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to shuffle that, or hey, mate,
Yeah.
So there is kind of a sense of this is a bit out my hands once I'm done delivering my mild funnies in my dad's suit.
Yeah,
but
of course,
at the same time, I feel that's all part of it. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just, yeah, definitely. Shit, hang on. Oh, this meeting's about to end. We should move on
I
to
think
the
we're
second
on
one.
that for part one.
Jesus.
Don't you worry. Part two will be the more exciting part.
And we might
Okay.
even reach the holy grail of part 3, which is how you know an episode's been good.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's do it.
Okay, great. Well, we'll see you in part 2 for even more uncentereding.
I've got so much better at my podcasts.
Hello, welcome back to part 2, where I did press record this time. So,
It happened so many times though. The amount of what episode was it where we were just talking to someone for like 20 minutes and you'd forgotten to press record?
that was an early one. At least I noticed soon in this one.
Yeah.
That's true. So let's get to the interesting questions then.
Actually, I've still got one more shitter.
Have we?
Yeah. Is there any dream venues that you'd like to play?
Oh, that's not a shitter. I'd count them. I'd count them two questions as the good questions.
No, I've put it in the mid card of the podcast for a reason.
Fair enough.
In the UK, I'd really like to do KK Steel Mill. I'd really like to do Camden Underworld. I know they're not massive places, but they're just ones I really want to play. Dreamland.
I understand Underworld. I understand Underworld. It's fucking mental.
Yeah. I've been there loads of times, just never played there.
Yeah, I think KK Steel Mill, Download, fucking
Hellfest.
100%.
120,000 people. Like, oh my god.
Hellfest, Wacken.
Yeah, and I've
big.
been download so times and stuff. Can you imagine just even playing a tent in there, man? It'd be immense.
Bloodstock.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, Bloodstock. Yeah, just any of the big festivals would be fucking outstanding.
Yeah,
it'd be all fair play. It'd be fucking great. But yeah,
you just got to think big.
Yeah,
we're working away.
Yeah, look at South of Salem for their first couple of gigs. They actually played Bloodstock.
Yeah, exactly. So fair play to them, like, yeah, man. I just been talking, so yeah.
Cody was the actual one that suggested to get you lot on.
Nice one.
He's a fucking legend.
Because we'd had him on. Yeah, we'd had him on, and then I'd asked him after, is there any bands that you'd reckon that would fancy coming on? He instantly went, King Kraken.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Nice one.
Damn right, he knows as well.
Yeah. Or maybe I don't know if you like pissed him off some way, and this is kind of this is the way he gets back in.
Punishment.
He puts you on the Uncensored podcast for an hour and a half.
Maybe. Fucking awesome.
It's your punishment for somehow pissing him off.
Yeah, I don't know if he spilt his drink or like accidentally shoulder checked him.
Yeah.
Shoulder checked him.
That's a good podcast on that one. It is with Saltella, man. I watched that.
I thought that one was class.
Oh
Yeah.
mate, it was so fucking chaotic.
I think it was my best thumbnail work as well.
It's his best thumbnail work. It's our best video. That's our most viewed video, which is amazing.
Awesome.
For good reason.
It was fun anyway.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. Fair play. Good band. Fair play to him.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, amazing band. We'd originally seen them at it was the Treatments UK tour.
Yeah.
Because they were opening for them. We'd seen them there.
Yeah.
We'd chatted to. No, we'd gotten pictures with them, and then I went to the Newcastle, the Newcastle one after. I think on like the Tuesday or something, and then I started talking to Joey a bit more. Ended up getting like a load of pictures with them. Like good old time.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah, they're a good old vibe to be around.
Yeah, man. They were sweet bunch of lads. Fair play to them. Like, we played with them quite a few times now, so they're fucking great, man. Fair play to them. Doing really well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, Tom. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna kind of follow on with this question. So, you are allowed to collaborate with. What would your dream collaboration be? Either as just with a band or an artist.
Ooh.
When I eventually got my words out.
We did ask Tristan from Florence Black to sing on our album. Yeah. So, but that didn't come off anyway.
Florence Black is one of my favourite bands.
Are they?
I love them to bits.
They live like
they are doing so well.
They literally live 15 minutes up the road from me, man. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. Like just up the road, man. They do it so well, man. They're awesome. Fair play to them.
Yeah, I don't suppose next time you pass his house, if you're conveniently playing the Uncensored podcast on full volume. But
you never know, bud. You never know. Give him a message.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be awful if he was to hear Florence Black. I'd like you to come on our podcast. So if he was to play that clip, it'd be really inconvenient.
Right now.
I'll stand outside his house in a long trench coat with a ghetto blaster above my head.
I was about to say, in the old romance movies when I've got the jukebox.
Over the window. What are you doing? Get on the podcast.
I mean, Welsh guys, I guess. Shane from Those Damn Crows would be good.
Shane's brilliant. Shane's such a nice guy.
Would be awesome.
I saw them download. They were great.
Yeah.
Again,
amazing live, man.
Florence Black lives 10-15 minutes from him. Those Damn Crows live 10 minutes from me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, like bigger than that. I think Clutch would be amazing collaboration for us. That'd be outstanding, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah.
So good because we've had a lot of Clutch. Like, so yeah, Neil Fallon would be a massive one. I'm trying to think of somebody else.
I don't suppose another bandmate of yours happens to live 10 minutes away from Mr. Clutch.
No.
Sadly not. No. We do live pretty far apart, but not quite that far. my big a bit difficult.
I'd love Zach Wilde to play on one of our tracks. I would.
Good choice.
Yeah. Black Label Society era.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah. Jesus.
Thanks.
That'll be good.
What else, Glenn?
But so all these bands, you have the potential to collaborate with them in the future. However, some bands you don't have the potential to collaborate with anymore. So, are there any bands that you wish you could have seen that now you don't have the chance to?
Freddie Mercury, Queen, there's the answer. Here's the start of a 10. When I saw the Magic Tour live at Wembley concert, I said, I am definitely going to see these live next time they play, and they never did.
Missed opportunity.
My favourite band of all time, Freddie Mercury, best frontman to ever exist.
Yeah,
man. Pantera for me. I've seen every member of Pantera, but I've never actually seen Pantera.
really?
I have.
Yeah, I know you have.
I did, and believe it or not, I saw them in Newport.
Oh, I mean, he's sick, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
With
I'm too
Dimebag and
too young
Vinny.
for that. I'm too young for that, right? But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I've seen Down. I've seen Damage Plan. I've seen so many of like Pantera's like members, bands, and all
But
that.
just not all together.
No, just never as Pantera, man. Just never as Pantera. And I would definitely go and see the new sort of Pantera. I would 100% go and see that. That'd be just mega. But yeah, I mean, Dead People.
Dead People.
Yeah, man.
Oh, mate,
Dead
they've
People.
got some tunes.
Yeah, I love Dead People. Best album ever. Dead People.
Yeah, I had the links to new EP. It's got some quite a new sound, but
Dead People's greatest hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anybody at the moment. Anybody else? But
no,
yeah.
that's what I call dead people.
No, that's what I call dead people. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I like that.
Right. let's move on from now. That's what I call dead people.
Dead people,
On
just
to,
the hits.
So, is there any like rare memorabilia that you own that no one else would own?
Or that very few people would own.
Or that very few people would own.
You make it too specific.
I'm
I'm just trying to think my Batman memorabilia they've got. Yeah, I've got a 20-year-old. Is it 20-year-old? It was from the 70s. It was a toy that came out, and there weren't that many, and I've got one.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's about it. It's Batman on a bike.
Pretty cool.
Brilliant album.
Mark's got a Batman style back cave.
Yeah, I got a Batcave downstairs with a big 106-inch projector screen and
That's pretty cool.
all my comics and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
Pretty cool.
It is, man. It's awesome, probably.
I want a bat cave.
It is stuff, I guess. I don't really tend to. I got a Black Sabbath picture disc, but I can't remember what album it is. I really can't remember, but yeah, that's cool.
I've got an album signed by Bush somewhere.
Sorry?
First album.
I have a couple of signed things. I normally keep like a couple of my signed bits in the background.
Is that Power Slave?
Yes.
Is that
Yes,
signed?
Right.
No, it isn't signed. These two things here are signed.
All right. Is that a thong, or is that just a
No,
face mask?
it's a pair. No, it's a pair of stage pants.
Stage pants. I think Blackie Lawless's stage pants.
No, they're Taylor Gray's stage pants.
Who's?
Tags from the treatment.
Tags.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome.
Whose head is in it?
Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen.
That's random as fuck.
Oh no, Riley bought it for me for my birthday, for my 21st.
Oh shit! I was the one who got you that. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I was
you
thinking
got it
earlier.
for my 21st.
Where
because
did
I
he
said
get
that I
that?
thought
But
Seth
yeah, that
Rogen
was
was
me.
funny.
Yeah, and I thought you were wrong. But
I'm not.
you know, we always seem to run over the same items of memorabilia, and whenever that question's fired back at us, I'm trying to think of some trinkets that I haven't said before. I've got a bottle of vitamin D supplements. Pretty wicked.
But no one else has them.
Actually, I do have quite an old trinket. It's that there's no date on it, but I have a groomed professional male grooming kit that my grandparents gave me that I actually think was bought in their generation. So that's like antique now. Could sell that for a penny or two. Actually, let me explain this. I have. It was like a cool Greek statues of Hades with the Cerberus, which I think is wicked. But my mum was hoovering and broke one of his arms. So
I bet.
But he's still got the big dog and shit. It's just his arm.
Awesome.
I tend not to go over my signed t-shirts, but I've got 2 framed signed t-shirts.
Oh, that's pretty wicked. That.
Right here.
I've got Minas Tirith.
That's pretty sick.
Whoa,
Of Lord of the Rings.
that's pretty cool.
And it came with the box set. And I've also got the Gollum statue as well, which you saw on Big Bang Theory if you're a fan of that.
Yeah.
And I've only just realised how much Andrew Garfield from this angle looks exactly like Anthony Perkins from Psycho. Is it Anthony Perkins?
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. But that's actually that's all the statues I have. Unless you want to count, this trophy from a fight I had, or
a fight you had, not like a professional fight, just a fight.
I had, or this medal from a fight I had, or this medal from a fight I had, or if we really want to reach,
the first trophy he pulled out was one for tug of war.
This belt from a fight I had.
You boxer.
Yeah.
Because when he just started, I got this trophy from my fight they had. Like you mugged somebody in the street and got a trophy for it. Or
no,
fight in the pub.
Street
fight. A fight in the pub and somebody give you a trophy for it.
Yeah, someone's giving me lip at the co-op, so I laid them out and they gave me a commemorative item.
Yeah.
I think I need to clarify for real legal reasons that is not true. I did win it at a legal boxing event of which I attended.
Outstanding.
And then this one for winning. My waist is too thin though, so it kind of falls down.
I would just about get around my thigh.
I don't know. It's got quite a few notches. Oh, and also my wraps from when I won a fight.
See, you got wraps. When I was boxing, I had to have my mother, who was a nurse, nick bandages from the hospital.
Oh yeah, no, that was when I was on my pussy shit. Now you actually just find me like in some hay bales in a parking lot.
Street beefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, I reckon you sign your wraps and then we give them away for another giveaway.
Oh, yeah. God, that'd be amazing.
Unless you have, I see your Funko Pops up there, but I can't see them what ones they are because I've got a couple of those things. Not many, but all my ones are Batman.
Mine aren't. But let me double check what one's currently worth the most.
I'm gonna move my my camera and show you the disaster that is my good old Funko Pop collection.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah.
His puts mine to shame, but he doesn't really show his.
I've literally got 5 or 6 of them, but they're all Batman.
I've got like I want to say like at least 100.
Right, I can't think.
Christ.
Look,
there's one in that collection because I've got the app that like counts it all up. I've got 118 is what it said.
Jesus.
Jeez.
The most expensive being £105.
Because I wanted to collect them, but then I thought with the boxes and everything, they just take up so much space.
Yeah, unless you build a big old shelf like mine.
Yeah.
Tom's kind of puts mine to shame, but last time I checked, I don't know if it's changed right now because I can't be asked to reset my password. However, the last time I checked, my most expensive one was I got Bret Hart, which I think was worth like 30, 40, which isn't quite his golden yondu, but still worth a penny or two.
I mean, it isn't golden, but
it's not signed. That would have been glamorous, but
the way his legs spread out when he jumps up on the bed.
He jumps like Spider-Man.
Yeah. He just jumps like Spider-Man.
I'm just jealous.
Yeah,
That's why he's got Andrew Garfield in his room, isn't it?
Exactly.
Tom's
He's
just jealous
giving him
because
the
his knees are
spirit of
buckle.
being Spider-Man. Yeah, my knees do buckle. One of my knees would probably buckle.
You can't see it, but just out of frame, Tom's left his Zimmer frame out. So
Yeah. Yeah, I use a Zimmer frame at 21 years old.
it's 61.
Yes.
But
Go on, Riley.
so some events that you tend to walk a lot at. A festival, you walk at a festival occasionally. So what 3 bands would you pick to headline your festival?
King Kraken and I know I'm pretentious as fuck. Would I have? I'd have South of Salem there because I love them, and Black Label Society. There we are. Black Label Society, South of Salem, and us.
I don't actually think we've had anyone say their own band yet.
Why not? Why not? You gotta open. If doors don't open, you gotta kick them in.
Awesome.
How about you, Rich?
I'd have Clutch, Mastodon, and Pantera.
Mastodon's a good pick there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I've got to say, I caught the last 2 songs of their set at Download.
Oh, was it?
The only one I knew from that.
Yeah.
There was only one song I knew. That was Blood and Thunder.
Was it? I seen them on their first tour ever over here, right? And I remember walking into CIA in Cardiff. I thought, who the fuck is this playing? These are fucking great. Like, and then they were the first act on, and I was like, oh my God, man. But I think, I can't even remember who was playing with them. And, but they were just fucking best band of the night. Like, I was like, fuck, man. Fuck the headliners. Who are these guys? Like?
Actually, I'm going to replace us with Machine Head.
Machine Head.
Yeah.
Tom, I'm quite curious, actually. What would your 3 bands be?
Oh, mate. Now you make me pick. The thing is, though, I normally have a set of bands that I'll listen to, but I've just pushed them out of the way at the moment because I'm finding so many different bands.
Yeah.
Like, for my taste, it is all over the rock and metal genre. Like, I'll listen to any bit of rock or metal.
Yeah.
But for me, I'd probably say... Huh?
Oh no, I had a really shit joke about mining, but it was not funny at all. So I told myself it wasn't funny.
I'd probably say The Treatment because they're good friends on the podcast, and I have loved their music ever since I saw them.
Awesome.
I would have thought they are a really good band.
Yeah.
I might see them again.
Yeah, we're seeing them next weekend. This weekend, even.
Yeah, this weekend at the festival. What's the festival called, Tom? I probably should know.
Strawberry Fair.
Strawberry Fair. That's the one.
Oh, I'm going to see
Florence
Black.
Black.
You.
Huh?
I'm going to see Florence Black and so fuck you.
I know what his would be. He'd have Ungrateful Dead, Dead Daisies, any other dead people. David Bowie, Jimi Hendrix, Freddie Mercury.
I'm trying to think still.
Dead
I think I would have Florence Black, but only if they play Gunshot with Benji Webb. Because that is one of my favourite songs at the moment. I love that song to bits.
Yeah, it's good, man. Fair play. That's a good song.
I'd want to throw out a band that I've been listening to for the past good couple of months, Electric Callboy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're new. They're from Germany as well, which is odd. It is an odd mix of like electronic and metal.
Oh, right.
Mixed together. It is just odd, but it fits so well.
I tell you what band you guys need to get on. I don't know if you've heard of them. Have you heard of Carragher from Sweden?
No.
Check them out. They're a new band. So they jump on you in a heartbeat. They're absolutely fucking phenomenal. C-A-R-E-G-A-H.
Yeah.
C-A-R. What was it?
Carrigar. Or Carrigar or
Carri-
whatever.
I'll
The
guess it.
music, check them out on Spotify. They're absolutely fucking
What?
brilliant.
C-A-R-I-G-A-R.
E-G-A-R.
E-G-A-R. Okay.
Yeah. E-G-A-H.
Okay, I've got that
EGH.
noticed.
Yeah, check them out.
Yeah, got them.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Tom,
Absolutely
I
I'm sure
thought,
I listen to them.
Tom, I really thought you would have had your 3 bands instantly. I thought that you really had your finger on the trigger of that shit. But
What did you think I would have?
oh no, I didn't think that far ahead. But I just assumed this is one of the things that you
No.
think about in your own time.
I was thinking Enter Shikari, but I feel like Electric Callboy have got so much more potential.
Yeah. The thing is, I know my 3 easily off the bat, but they're really fucking boring choices. I think
You've got to tell us.
All right. Well, I'd have Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
But they mandatorily have to play at least 3 songs from Suicide Season or earlier.
Okay. Next one.
Then,
that one.
yeah.
Go on your next one.
Then I'll have My Chemical Romance. I just really like My Chemical Romance. Maybe My Chemical Romance 10 years ago though. I don't know if Gerard Way can still go, but I mean if he can, that's good. And then my third one, which I know Tom will really disagree with, but I really like Paramore, so I'd give the third one to Paramore.
Okay. No, fella, I mean, you were right. Really fucking boring. No, actually, in your defense, I think The Black Parade is an incredible album.
It is incredible. I've got they're generic picks, but I think they're pretty good.
I love The Black Parade album. It's actually one of the very rare albums I can listen over and over and over and over.
Absolutely. I think with
Black
the Black Parade,
I have to agree.
it's
What did you say? You didn't shout out any homophobic slurs that his mate's got to edit over to do.
No.
Oh, that's okay then.
But I feel with the Black Parade, it's a very rare occurrence where there is no debate over like if it's the best album by that artist. I think My Chemical Romance, it is undeniable. The Black Parade is their best album, and then there's
It nearly split them up, didn't it? It nearly split them up.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. It was probably a hellish recording process. The way during the recording and production, it nearly split them up.
Jesus,
Mark,
Wow,
you are fucking ripping our rap, man. Smooth Radio, and now fucking My Chemical Romance, dude. Come on, like.
Rich, I haven't even fucking started, pal.
we still got a third meeting to ruin.
Yeah. Wait till the third part. All bets are off.
right.
I had to come back with the best.
We need to get some questions sorted now. We've got 8 minutes on the dot, and we've got to get a couple more questions out of
to go.
Yeah, let's ask questions.
But I think we went through like 3 in this meeting.
It's genuinely like four questions in one meeting. But anyway, back to the question. So, what would you say is your favourite performance that you've ever done?
Supporting Monster Truck in Night Train in Bradford, personally for me, absolutely loved it. Absolutely
Monster
loved
Truck
it.
are good.
Yeah,
Monster Truck are good.
Really, really good.
I can't say I'm overly familiar personally, but I'll give them a listen. So I've been given a lot of homework today.
Southern rock Monster Truck.
Yeah, they are really good, man.
Yeah.
They are really good.
I'll write that down to my endless list of notes.
I don't know. Mine would. I think probably Birmingham 2 is probably my favorite gig.
I mean, that was good because that was main stage, wasn't it? That was a big one.
Yeah, 2,500 people. That was really good. That was.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We've had some like a lot of good gigs, haven't we? To be fair.
Yeah.
A lot of good. Ibiza last year was really cool. It was like a
Well,
first
the gig
international gig. That was
was
really
good.
cool. Some of our best gigs, like that Black Spiders gig we played in the Patriot.
That was excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
That's good to hear.
Am I still on?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I believe so. Yeah, I've heard a lot from those bands that you mentioned, and I've heard that they're quite good as well.
yeah.
Go
Right.
ahead, Ronnie. I think
Okay.
we've got enough for at least 2 more questions.
I reckon, no, with the way this podcast going, we might be able to squeeze one. But we'll see.
Well,
Okay, so if you had a mascot, but it cannot be an animal, so it can't be a kraken. Like it's got to be like white paint or a candle. What would you choose?
King Charles.
Now that is an animal. You can't count that.
Shit.
I just love the
An
fact.
umbrella.
Umbrella. Any particular reason?
I love the fact every time Riley's asked this question, he doesn't go to the same 2 items. He goes for different ones every time.
there you go.
Batman's
Batman's head. The cowl.
Batman's head.
That's
cool.
That
That would be quite cool.
Any particular reason, or just because you are Batman?
Well, you've never seen me and Batman in the room together, have you?
That is true. I've never.
He is Batman.
I did really like your new documentary, though. I think having Robert Pattinson play you was a really good decision.
I thought so. It was very accurate portrayal, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he doesn't have the same charisma, but he tried his best. And really, that's all you can ask.
They had to have him because I was getting a bit too heavy-handed in the fight scenes.
Oh yeah. So they had a bit more of
deliberately
a little
killing
bit
him
more.
on contact.
Well, when
with
they said make it look real, what can I do?
Yeah, that's true.
So pummel the living
Make
shit
it real.
out of
There's no cartoon little speech bubbles needed.
him. None of this smack back. It's like, fuck.
Crack.
Please help.
Yeah, it's not like a pow. It's just
Yes, shit, help, please, no more.
it's just.
Please stop.
I love when you killed Superman as well. Felt like that gave you a lot of good material for the next album, but clearly you didn't want to talk about it. It was clearly quite a traumatic experience to go through. God.
The boys don't know that every song on the next album is going to be about Batman.
Solely about Batman.
Every
Batman.
single song. Every single song.
You know what?
It's gonna be like Bat Metal, isn't it? It's gonna be fucking Bat Metal.
Bat Metal.
We actually called one of the riffs in Green Terror the Batman riff, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, I don't know if you've checked their Instagram while recording this, but they've actually just renamed themselves to King Batman. So
King Batman.
King Batman.
I reckon that's the new direction, that.
King Bat.
King Bat.
I reckon
Right,
the
so
lead
while
single-
we've got
I reckon the lead
I was
single of the
gonna say-
next album should be The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be that's the way to go.
Absolutely. It's got to be
Turn
done.
some heads.
yeah, definitely.
Get you on the soundtrack for the Batman 2.
I just at the moment then, so you're on it.
I'm going to quickly run
You
a
can make it
question
happen.
now, just so we've got one more. So we just got a quick filler before part 3.
Sure.
So, do you have any pre-show rituals before you go on stage? Like, is there anything that is just an absolute solid thing that you have to do before
Like crime.
going on stage?
I cry. There is actually I literally do a 5-minute vocal warm up, and it's all the it's all that. I
No.
Yeah.
It's just no.
Oh, he's a funny fucker.
Right. The last thing said before you go on stage, you just Batman. He runs on stage.
Do a stage dive and everybody just.
The show starts. Everyone's like, "Where's Mark? Where's Mark?" And like, as like from the heavens, with his cape soaring down. That's how you transition.
Richard went off to get some snacks. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. Rich, have you got any pre-show rituals that you need to do before every show?
Have a wank.
There you go.
I mean, if it's a staple, it's a staple.
There you go. I warm up my voice. He warms up his knob. He plays like one anyway. Hey! How many bleeps is this video getting, do you reckon?
None.
I don't know.
Not one.
Oh, brilliant.
It's all uncensored. I was about to say it's all uncensored then.
It's about 25% uncensored on this one. Let's be honest, Tom. We've added nothing. We're just here to ask questions. A robot can do that now.
Oh, it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good laugh.
Oh, good. Well, part 3 is incoming. So we'll see you in part 3. Welcome to the Holy Grail part 3 with more Batman and less wanking. So, we've got a few questions left.
We're also joined by Pete.
We are
King Kraken as well now.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are we doing? Cheers.
We're all good. We're all having a good old time.
He made the strategic decision to only sit through about 25 minutes of this podcast. Something that I'm sure many guests wish they could do. But now these questions, if you thought the last ones could rile a debate, these ones get worse. So I'll just nosedive right in. What film would you put a specific song of yours in? Are there any moments in a film that you'd dash yours in?
Right.
That's a question for Mark, that is.
Right. Devil's Night off our album is a direct reference to The Crow. Man-Made Monsters, direct reference to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And Chaos Engine is a direct reference to The Purge.
I was very disappointed with The Purge.
Except the first one, the first Purge, one, which I really enjoyed.
I watched Election Day.
Oh, watch the first Purge, not the first film. The film,
first Purge, yeah.
The first Purge, yeah. Watch that.
Thing is, with horror films, I'm a big pussy, but also I've got really bad attention span and.
Okay, well, I don't know why I laughed. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Shan bleeped me saying that anyway. So, but so
we watched Terrified, didn't we?
We did. That was gruesome.
To be fair, I thought it was cool. I love all that Saw, Hostel.
Yeah, but I couldn't get through the first 15 minutes of Terrified, but I really want to watch it. I just found the intro boring.
Oh no. I thought I had a strong stomach and I watched Terrifier. It was really horrific.
Oh, I'll have to give it a look then.
Like, actually, no, I won't spoil anything, but Jesus, there are some really things that I feel like shouldn't be shown on video.
Okay.
And I don't really understand how they showed it on video. But cool. Yeah, with like The Purge and Candyman is another one as well. I really love the concept. I really love the characters. And when things are happening, it's wicked. But I really don't have time for just the 20 minutes of, we must sit in silence. I think the killer's here.
Yeah.
Do we split up?
Hide in the attic or the basement.
Yeah, exactly. It's really fucking boring. And then the killer will jump out, throw some bees at them, and then go away for the next 20 minutes.
Bee attack.
Dead bees, just throw them
just a handful, yeah. It's like, if you've watched a bad film, go and chuck in the popcorn. It's kind of the same.
It's like the time where he picked to watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, I remember this.
The new one.
The
really bad one. The awful one set in the town. The shit one.
Yeah.
It's awful.
And he decided to just skip through the whole film.
Yeah.
And just like he skipped through 20 minutes of it. We'd watched about 10 minutes of it. He'd skip through another 20.
Yeah.
We'd watch another 10 minutes, and then we'd just skip to the end to see what happened.
That's the best way to watch that garbage, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have time for just 20 minutes of them walking to the shops. It's like there's certain moments in horror films they just forget that there's someone's trying to kill them. It's like, oh, should we go co-op? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need some walkers, actually. Then, like, 15 minutes will pass, they're walking back home. And it's like, oh, it's fucking generic chainsaw guy. Like, it's jarring. It's jarring.
Right, I'm going to follow off from Riley's question here. So, they make King Kraken the biopic, and you get to choose which celebrity plays you. Who would you be picking?
God, that's such a good question. That's such a good question.
I was
Jack
so
Black.
livid when he thought of that first.
Jack Black.
We get Jack Black a lot, actually.
We do get Jack Black quite often.
I love Dave Grohl, I will.
Okay.
Just because he fucking sounds better than me.
No, he's got to be a film. Got to be a. Oh, look, Dave Grohl is a film star because he made that horror film.
Yeah, shut up, Blue. What's wrong with you? I knew that.
It'd have to be somebody with a nice beard, Rich.
I'll jump in and say for Pete, Patrick Stewart.
Triple H.
Ooh. I'd have to have a shave.
Patrick Stewart with a beard.
He could put his Gandalf on.
That was Ian McKellen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
quite good picks there.
Carl would be Crispin Glover. And Adam would be
Oh, God help us.
Jason Lee. Jason Lee, but from that film, from the film Almost Famous.
All right. Okay.
I know what I'm talking about, boys. I know what I'm talking about.
I know. It's like, this is the proper geek show, isn't it? This one?
That's a good title for a podcast.
The Proper Geek Show. I'm going to have to write that down.
The Proper Geek Show.
In case we decide to drop uncentered, it's just going to be
It'll be
the Proper Geek Show.
It's actually copyrighted. Sorry, mate. I've got my own show called The Proper Geek Show.
That might be the title of this episode.
The Proper Geek Show.
Come on. I've only been on here 2 minutes. Let's go.
He's already given us the title name. Right, I think it's time to get round to the final two questions here.
Oh, well, if I must.
This is the very awkward bit where Riley gets into his nice little character that he's got.
Hey, Tom, if you ever thought maybe to stop it being awkward, you add some dialogue. You be a podcast host and speak on the
You're
podcast.
a dialogue.
Oh, mate. Too many hours with him in a day.
Yeah.
Well, shit. There we go. We've been here over an hour. It's been long, daunting. You're my guest. Sorry. It's been great.
Painful.
Amazing.
Terrible.
But
Sherlock Holmes.
This is kind of why I go on my Batman. I'm a detective myself now.
Okay.
Because there are no more funnies, no more ha-has or jokes. It's all very serious. And
it doesn't look it.
He's been looking us up on social media and he's going to challenge us on shit, I bet you.
Fuck, that's so much of a better idea.
With our Taskmaster.
No, we'd get no one on our show. It's like, so Mark, in 2014, I can see that you tweeted this. What was going through your head?
Imagine.
It's the quickest way to lose all guests. No, this is much more serious. This could really spark debate, conflict. I believe this has triggered wars before, but occasionally you got to bite a bullet too. There's no ending to that. So I have one question to ask you. What is the best sandwich
Ooh.
It's got to be something with King Kraken, man-made monster, chili sauce in.
With corned beef, chicken, pickle, roast beef, ham. It's the King Kraken manwich.
The manwich.
The manwich.
The Crackin.
It's everything.
It's everything. It's every meat known to man. Horse. Fucking name it.
I was about to say that. I was about to say it's every single meat in the world.
Small children, anything. Just chuck it in there.
Oh, but hey, why can't you have big children in it?
The children don't tend to be big.
Yeah, they do. Of course they do.
When the fuck's the new chicken? Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Here we go.
So remember what I said earlier, where I went, "Oh no, nothing's getting bleeped. So we're gonna just leave it as it is."
This is getting
I lied.
That's about 3 minutes to the fucking podcast gone.
Current affairs. That is not. No.
No. It's naughty. Very naughty.
The idea is one day I run ads on this. Don't take this.
You'll be demonetized like that.
That's worse than demonic. That's a strike. No.
I think
the two things that's going to strike you will both come from Rich.
What can I say?
I've been trying to stop myself from saying something. I will not say it.
It can get
too
bleeped.
bad. It's too bad.
Gosh, it'll get bleeped in post. Feel free. We're not running ads anyway.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
No, I was wrong.
Jesus, this is getting worse.
Some things shouldn't even get blipped. Some things get cut.
Yeah. Because even the deaf people will read his lips.
Yeah, Shan, do you remember in the earlier episodes where we used to use the TV static and the boo sound effect? Like we'll be right back. Bring that back for this, please. This isn't bleep. This is we'll be right back moment. Okay, like the Fallout 4 music and everything.
Do not adjust your set.
Right?
This is a question about sandwiches. Sandwiches.
And look where it's gone.
It's gone to.
Ah!
Bro,
They were on the news. They were.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, sorry.
I think this is worse than the whole debate of a
sandwich, right? God.
Back to the sandwich, for God's sake, please. Back to the sandwich.
Just fucking ham and fucking cheese.
For fuck's sake, ham and fucking cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
That sounds good.
It's holy.
Yeah, not that either, please. This is not what Uncensored Week should stand for. You're setting the benchmark. This time next year, this is the standard it holds. Oh my God.
That was actually a good joke.
It's not staying in, though.
Oh,
no, I'm going to hell.
Oh, man.
Sorry, what was your second question?
Sorry, Richard. You know, Richard. I'm sorry. We ain't got time for your sandwich. We got one more question.
One last question.
Go on, go.
So, I'm going to ask you to make a band.
Yeah.
I'll explain just the rules. You can either choose to work as a team or make 3 separate bands. Now, you can have as many people in this band as you want and as many instruments you'd like, but you need at least the core fundamentals of a bassist, guitarist, singer, and drummer. Okay? You can have anyone on any instrument, but they will not magically learn their instrument. They can be dead or alive. They will be alive when you perform unless you specifically request them not to be. You can be in the band, but you don't have to. I think that's it.
I just thought of a xylophone and I'm not sure I would get to play it.
Yeah, you can have xylophone. Sure.
Prince on guitar. I'd have
Freddie Mercury singing.
Janis Joplin singing.
Oh, that's a good one.
Zach Wilde on the other guitar. I'd have Dave Lombardo on drums. I'd have who's the guy from oh god, what's that crazy bass player's name? The one that crazy like funk band.
Flea.
Who?
Flea.
Flea from Chili.
Flea will do. Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah, Flea. Yeah, he'll do.
I'd have Roger. No, I wouldn't have Roger Taylor. Who's that drummer? I'd have Cozy Powell on drums. I'd have Tony Iommi on rhythm guitar. I'd have Zach Wilde on lead. I'd have Freddie Mercury singing. And I'd have Rick Wakeman on keys.
Is that your band complete?
You just farted.
I heard that too. Tom, was that you?
No.
I didn't.
I just heard it.
I didn't.
I'd have a 55-year-old Kurt Cobain.
Why 50?
Why specifically 55?
Because that's how old he would be this year.
I want to hear what he's like, what he would have been like after he died. I think I'd have a bit of Jimi Hendrix on guitar. I think I'd have a bit of Alanis Morissette on backing vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Not main vocals, because the main vocals are shit. I think I'd have a bit of who should we have on the drums? Paul Bostaph. We'll have a bit of Paul Bostaph.
Yes. That'd be a mad band, that would.
It would be, wouldn't it? I think on bass, who should we have on bass? Billy Sheehan.
Yeah.
Who's going to be a vocalist, though? Your main vocalist?
Well, it's going to be Kurt Cobain. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
55-year-old Kurt Cobain.
Fair enough.
Richard, your bands.
I've already done mine, haven't I?
Yeah, he's already done it.
Oh, so are there any last-minute adjustments anyone would like to add, or is it done?
Oh.
Tom, good luck writing a description for this one because everything we got is really just cannot be there.
Included? No.
I'm just going to put King Kraken came on, they ensued absolute chaos.
Yeah. Do we even include part 3? I feel like this needs to go behind a paywall at this point. or maybe prison bars.
I'm a bit of a bad influence, so it's I'm like this all the time. So as soon as I'm in the house, look out! It's fucking carnage.
So is that everyone's band?
That's everyone's band.
No.
Okay. Well,
I put down my notepad a long time ago.
that is all the questions.
That's after the first part, wasn't it?
No,
Who? I didn't hear because it was bleeped.
neither did I.
But that's all the questions. So unless there's any questions, dare I say, that you have to ask us?
I've actually got a genuine, serious question.
Oh, enlighten me.
Because on your wall, it looks like you've got a diffuser there. Or is it just flashy wallpaper?
Where? There?
A diffuser for sound. The blocks on your back
Oh,
wall.
no, that's just wallpaper. I have a facial steamer here. That's not a diffuser, I'm now realising. But they look quite similar.
I got a sandwich maker that makes no fucking sense either.
Who's the
And I got a lettuce in the fridge.
No, but you know the diffusers.
Who's the cardboard cutout?
I was thinking of the different type of diffuser that like spray water, and that also sprays water.
It's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, Pete.
I thought it was Kelly from fucking...
Shit! I thought he was like 6 foot tall, stood against the back door. Jesus. I thought it was always the back door.
Well, I thought he was a cut out as well.
Yeah, because I've got a 6'2" Batman on my wall downstairs.
Who is it? Who is it? I missed that. He cut out, guys.
It's Andrew Garfield from Spider-Man.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, Tom,
Don't worry.
for one episode, I'm going to randomly get a life-size one and just put it there so that you can't tell.
It looks like one.
It didn't look like he's against the door.
Yeah, I thought he was just. I think he was just waiting for him to fucking speak.
I've got a story about cardboard cutout. So my mum has got a life-size Jack Sparrow one, and we're currently redecorating our living room at the moment. So she's moved it to the landing of the stairs. So I come out of my room. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
It was weird, didn't it?
It scared the shit out of me because I literally looked at it and went, "Who the fuck is standing at the top of the stairs like that?" Looked at it properly and went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" The even worse thing, it got me twice because I'd walked out of the bathroom, looked to my right, and I went "fucking hell," as if to say, "Fuck, there's someone standing there again."
You need to move around the house. Move around the house without telling your mother.
Oh my god! I think I know what I'm going to do later. Hopefully she doesn't hear it, but I think I'm just going to set it up so it's just standing in front of the door.
Yeah.
Get some tape, hang it upside down from the ceiling. Like,
Oh, that's a good idea.
Spider-Man, Jack Sparrow.
yeah, just have it kind of hang.
You need to put some. You need to blue tack it to the ceiling and then just hope that it fucking falls on her in the night.
She slams doors hard enough. I reckon it would.
My missus has got a Dave Grohl one as well in the other room. She has a big 6 foot one.
That's in the bed, though.
Well, are there any other questions anyone would like to get in?
Yeah. It looks like you got a diffuser in your back wall. Is that just real?
No, actually, that is just. It's just. Hang on.
It's book wallpaper, eh?
It's just wallpaper. It's just.
I'll ask you again.
Normal run-the-mill wallpaper. What's ice for now?
Do that jump again, man.
Do the jump again. Do the jump.
It's the Spider-Man jump.
Do the Spider-Man jump onto the bed. Do the Spider-Man jump onto the bed again.
What, like I just did?
Yeah, just put the headphones down. When he turns around, everybody duck out to the camera view.
Mark,
And was we all disappeared when he turned around.
Mark,
Yeah.
he looked like me jumping off the fucking stage monitor yesterday when he pushed me.
Yeah. we were
I almost fell off the stage.
we were playing in Call of the Wild, and there's all these people, and they've got this big stage, and Pete's playing guitar, and I nearly pushed her off the stage. And I was doing this behind his back, and the crowd were laughing. He didn't know why they were laughing.
I just see you laughing at your face.
That's brilliant.
All right. So once again, unless there are any other questions anyone has,
I got one.
You know what's going to happen.
I've got one.
more.
go on.
Is that wallpaper? No, I won't. No,
I was
It's
waiting
actually
for the
diffuser.
third fucking time.
it'll stop being funny.
Can
I
you
got
explain a little bit more about the
No.
No.
So this has been an
No
episode of the
comment.
Uncensored podcast.
Can we have a please?
This is the end. End of the
There's
episode.
two.
Huh.
So this has been the Uncensored podcast.
Twat.
It hasn't gotten that rowdy at the end of an episode yet that we've had to mute everyone. Right, I've been Tom. That's been Riley. These have been King Kraken. Make sure you go listen. Make sure you go listen to King Kraken as well as follow them on Instagram as well as YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube.
Please.
We will see you all in the next one.
Yes. And we'll see you tomorrow at the time of release
for the big uncensored quiz. That's right. Lots of bands, lots of questions. No. Where am I going with that? Bye.